everybody. So we are actually going to go ahead and finish up A Pinch of Magic today. So if you weren't here for the last episode, we actually did go and we went through Kiana's route last time. So today we are doing Mikhail's route. And if you were there last time, you'll know that I don't really like Mikhail, but we'll figure it out. We'll suffer through it together. Yeah. So there might be some stuff that I skip through just because we've already seen it before. So if you haven't seen the first episode, I would suggest watching that before you watch this one. Just so you know everything that's going on. Of course, we are multi again. Should we do the... I was considering maybe doing the mask per tag this time. But I think we'll just keep it how we had it last time. So, it should be fine. Alright, so this beginning section is definitely going to be some stuff that we switch through, or we skip through. Up until we get our first choice, at least. Okay, so last time we pranked him. And I think this time we should distract him if we're trying to get him to fall for us. Because last time when we pranked him, we sent his car rolling down the road, and I feel like maybe, just maybe, he wouldn't want us to do that to his car. I feel like maybe that's something that he doesn't want. So let's go ahead and try to distract him instead. All right, a seagull just stole your phone. Okay, so we're making a seagull get in our pranking action this time. See, this is what I was expecting when they said prank last time, and then it was not. What? He pivots on his heels to see a gigantic seabird that's now squatting on the top of the roof of his car, phone in beak. I'm pleased to see that after being summoned, it took some time to excrete on the car before it landed too. It's a nice touch, if I do say so myself. Hey, birdie, I'm gonna need you to give me back my phone now. It's, very expensive, and it was a gift, so... Alright, just give it back, yeah? Deliciously flustered, Mikhail... It's Mikhail. Because I compared him to Kyle last time, I think. So I think that's accurate. Okay, Mikhail edges close to the seagull, trying not to scare it back into the skies and with the phone in tow. Please? The seagull blinks at him with bored indifference. So, just give it back to me. He lunges towards the seagull like a complete idiot. Finally compelled to move, the bird immediately drops the phone and rockets itself up into the air. Well, he's not that big of an idiot, because he got his phone back, right? And in the process, its clawed, webbed feet tear through the fragile paint and metal on the car roof, leaving a permanent, deep scar on the surface. Oops. Well, at least it wasn't into a light bulb this time, right? Mikhail rushes forward and falls upon the car in misery, like a man whose soul has been crushed. Okay, I think this is the same. Okay. And we're gonna prepare the drink with magic this time, because we don't want Kiana falling in love with us, so if something goes wrong, then it goes wrong. With nobody else here, why be ordinary when I can afford to be a little flamboyant? With a snap of my fingers and a series of illuminated shapes traced in the air, the ingredients heed my call and begin to dance around me in a flourish. A dash of seawater, a pinch of sugar, and the star of the show, the salty kelp. Or voices. I think we're okay, though. The kelp blades weave their way through the air until they collide and peer away, crashing themselves into a fine powder. It falls like emerald snow, into the basin of a china cup that dances its way into the woman's hands. Okay, so it didn't go bad, which is great, because that's what we were hoping. We were hoping it wouldn't go bad. Wow, it's so beautiful. Pretty cool, huh? But the magic show is not finished yet. Last to arrive... Oh, I'm scared now. I thought we got everything good. Last to arrive is the steamed milk, unfurling itself from a nearby jug like a porcelain ribbon. It winds its way into the cup, slowly mixing with the other ingredients. As the last drop falls, I bring my palms forward to bless the drink with one final drop of something special. A pinch of magic. And now for the finishing touch. Could you tell me your name? Okay, we already saw this as well. I need to make sure that this is only skipping would have already seen as well. Yeah, just unseen text. I was actually just thinking I was saving my settings there, but that's okay. Alright, so even though I would love to work with the lovely Kiana again, because she was great, we have to work with Mikhail. I can't believe I'm even considering this, but Mikhail might actually have the best point. I may not like it, but Coffee Curiosities needs money fast. Relying on the people of Linsdale won't be enough. Mikhail knows social media like the back of his hand, and I can't deny that with his knowledge, he could be my most useful ally. Alright, Mikhail. Come by shop tomorrow. Alright then. Glad to see you making the only professional decision. That was so mean. I didn't want him to start... Now I'm gonna feel bad for Kia on this route. Whatever. For the rest of the day, Kiana and Mikhail stay at the cafe. Is this unseen as well? Okay. Well, we didn't see this, though. That's weird. Okay. Ask what he's doing, I guess. I guess I shouldn't assume he's doing something nefarious. Fine. I'll extend an olive branch. So, what are you up to with that? I'm just taking some before photos for marketing, or for reference in case you break something. Don't you mean we? Mikhail huffs and puts his phone on the counter, turning it off. Shocking. God. Living with boys, they're so loud. Okay. God, you remind me of my ex. What in the world are you going on about now? Mikhail laughs and sits in one of the dining chairs, propping his feet up on the table. Don't make it weird. I'm just saying you're really focused on how I use my phone. I'm making it weird? I think anybody would be if you're using it constantly. We're coworkers now, remember? Uh-huh. Well, first things first, these shoddy chairs and tables need to glow up. They creak. That's not a plan. And you're discussing shoes on them. Of course they'd creak. Although part of me thinks this isn't his first time putting his feet where they shouldn't be. I'm insulted you think my shoes are disgusting. I get a new pair like every week. Gag. I stomp over, but he removes his feet before I do it for him. Anyway, time to get to work. I sigh. Yes, it is. I look around the shop, unsure where to even start. As Mikhail so rudely pointed out, I keep saying Mikhail, even though I'm meaning to say Mikhail. Bear with me with that, I guess. There really are lots of things to fix, and I certainly can't keep the cafe closed too long when it's in so much debt. Hey. Mikhail stares past me at the menu I left on the counter. Can I see that? Huh? Oh, sure. I'm not sure why Mikhail looks so serious for once, but I humor him. Here. He takes the menu and hums as he looks it over. Yeah, that's what I thought. What? This is where we start and end. The menu? He smirks, and I do not like it. You probably have no idea where to start, right? Oh, well, answer this. What's the most important part of running a cafe? Making the customer feel welcome? Well, he's gonna like me to say the perfect drink. Whatever. At the end of the day, if the food and drink aren't good, it doesn't matter. It's making sure everything tastes good, of course. If your product isn't satisfying, nothing else matters. What was that supposed to mean? Most things are terrible. That's not the number one important thing. Whatever. Aren't you a food blogger? And you're saying the taste isn't important? Of course it is, but where exactly are you going with this? Mikhail flips the menu to face me and starts pointing. The answer, is, Mikhail, money. That's right, the center of everything in the business world. Cold, hard cash. You're a tyrant. No integrity. No dignity. Of course I have dignity. I have everything else. The fuck is that supposed to mean? He's impossible. Now, hear me out. Contrary to failing business owner belief, money is the most important part of everything you will do here. You can't have good customer service if you can't afford your employees. You can't make quality drinks if you can't afford to stock them. And you certainly can't keep a good menu if everything else falls apart. You're actually making sense? Well, you certainly look a bit more happy about that. Trying. Sorry, can't do it. You'll get there. Anyway, the menu. If we fix up the menu to reflect what you actually want out of your cafe, we can determine your budget from there. Don't worry too much about the collateral, since I'll be doing you a huge favor with my own investments. I don't like him. He's so insufferable. I have no idea what he's saying. Blah blah, I'm basically a AAA investment grade bond. But he seems excited about it. It's kind of nice. This place is a tax heaven anyway, blah blah. Far more excited about the cafe than his blog anyway. So this is good, right? Not sure why he laughed. He gives me the menu back before waving me off. I'm gonna go check out around the cafe and see what's salvageable. You fix that thing you call a menu. Sure, I can do that while you work on that thing you call a personality. If it's not broke, don't fix it. That's what my friend always said. I think he was replying to things that weren't broken, unlike your personality. You, having friends, well, colleague, you know how construction workers are. And now I'm concerned for completely different reasons. Huh? Anyway, chop chop. You have lots of work to do. Ugh. I'm sure the word he's looking for is we. I let Mikhail wander and get to work on the menu, sitting behind the front counter and occasionally cleaning up. I wish Baba was here. It's kind of hard thinking of this place without her. The memories themselves are a type of magic, enveloping me in warmth and scents that aren't even here. I hope she's doing all right. My stomach growls before I realize I've been going through ingredients and researching drinks for hours. I'm surprised Mikhail hasn't complained. Where is he anyway? I look around and see no trace of him or his weird judgmental nitpicking. And when I check next to me on the counter, I see his phone is still where he left it. Wow, impressive. Maybe I'll do a quick tracing spell? The door burst open before those dangerous thoughts get any further. Hello? God, what is with you indoors? Mikhail yawns and leans back over the counter, dropping a brown bag. Grand people need grand entrances. Ugh. And where have you been? Why, miss me? I didn't even bring my scooter inside this time. That's not an accomplishment. Yes, Mikhail, bane of my existence, I missed you. Oh. I mean, I can see why you would. Did you not catch the sarcasm? Huh? Careful now. If you fall in love with me so soon, I might get bored. Ew. I was being sarcastic. Well, so was I, obviously. Yeah, obviously. More importantly, where have you been? Eating. What? You ate without me? Duh. What did you want me to feed you? His eyes travel over my lips, then back up, and I do not like what it does to my heart rate. What? Girl. Get better taste, please. Maybe if you ask nicely. He says it so sweetly that I almost miss that he's teasing me. That's not what I meant. You left without telling me, and you didn't invite me. Mikhail just looks at me confused as ever before shrugging. It's not like you asked. It's just something polite people do. He frowns at that before muttering something and pushing the brown bag towards me. Fine, then have this. Huh? What's this? I gingerly unfurl the top of the bag and unleash the familiar smell of baked bread and hot meats. Wow, did you get this from Miss Harbor? Ms. what? Miss Harbor, the sandwich lady. She has a cart by the beach sometimes, but they usually sell out quickly. Huh? I guess. There was a long line, but I just paid someone to move to the front. Oh, I guess you could do that. Did your followers like it? The presentation is nice too. Oh, I forgot to take a picture. Ah, right, his phone. Well, anyway, I'm surprised you were interested in someplace not fancy. Mikhail rolls his eyes and goes to sit down in the chair. I'm just scouting out the other local businesses. Something all businesses should do. I guess, but they're my neighbors, not really my competition. Neighbors? Yeah, like people who support this place. You know, friendly. Sounds ridiculous. Just eat that other sandwich before it gets cold. Well, thank you. Mikhail smiles smugly at that, but I like to let it go on account of the free food. If you really want to thank me, get me my usual. You have a usual now? What, you can't, the latte? Normally, I'd assume he's mocking me, but he looks genuinely upset. Haha. What? Why are you laughing? Maybe it's petty, but I smile smugly in return. I thought I was laughing awkwardly, but I guess I read that wrong. Before I know it, dark shadows are creeping like webs under the tables and over the walls. Hannibal purrs contentedly in her sleep nearby. Cute. I stretch and yawn, looking over at Mikhail, who scribbles in the margins of my grandmother's ledger and calculates things on his phone. Hey, we should call it a day here. Mikhail. See, whenever they stretch out his name like that, it makes me think that it's pronounced differently. I don't know. Oh, what time is it? Late. Aren't you tired? I guess. He can hardly keep his eyes open. You can finish in the morning. Oh, I'm done. I was just triple checking. Triple? In any case, you should go before it gets too dark. Are you staying nearby? Mikhail. I'm awake. Good work today. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, yeah, see ya. I like him better when he's tired. He doesn't brat as much. I close up shop fairly quickly. Without any customers and renovations, all I need to do is check the locks. I decide to let Hannibal sleep in and resign myself to the lullabies of a gentle night in Linsdale. There's our room again. It's funny. That night I dream of the spice of Baba's perfumes and the sweetness of her magic when it hits your tongue in a hot latte. But no Baba. No way. You can't be serious. No way. You can't be serious. What are they talking about? After yesterday's head start, I thought for sure Mikhail and I were starting to see eye to eye, but Mikhail has refused to touch a mop or broom, let alone a hammer or floor scraper. How are we supposed to remodel if you're not helping? I am helping. I'm telling you what to do. God, that's completely useless. Is not. For example, throw out those curtains. I gasp in shock. We are not throwing out Baba's curtains. Oh, please. It's better off in an incinerator. Ow. Hannibal. Get the thing away from me. Guy who doesn't like your pets, or when pets don't like the guy, you leave. Red flag. Her name is Hannibal, and she doesn't like the way you're raising your voice. But, ow. Come here, Hannibal. Come here, darling. Good kitty. I wasn't even loud. It's not just the volume, it's how you speak to people. What do you mean? How does he not know? Has no one ever told him how he comes across? It's just, your words are a bit unpleasant sometimes. Huh? They need to be lighter, No, I don't know how many grams my words are. Words are just words. But words matter. They make you feel things. Sounds like a personal issue. Oh my god. We're getting nowhere. I'm not sure if he gets it, but at least he's thinking about it. I'm ready to give up before Mikhail gives an exaggerated sigh and scratches his head. So, how do I come off to you then? Arrogant. I'm just confident. Bossy. I have goals. Argumentative. Well, it's not like I'm gonna let people be wrong. And annoying. What? I'm not annoying, you're just obsessed with me. And here we go, circling back to arrogant. I sigh. My shoulders droop as the reality of the situation creeps up on me. And unhelpful. We're never going to get anything done if you don't want to get your hands dirty. I didn't sign up for that. Actually, I think I can use this. But if you're weak, just say so. I get it. Mikhail seems to go through the 7 stages of grief for my simple statement. You. I'll have you know that I used to be a star athlete in business school. I try to look as unimpressed as possible, nodding sympathetically. Right, of course. You don't believe me? I shrug and look away. Suppose every school has some sort of star. Okay, fine, I'll help. Really? Are you sure? Yes, whatever. Let's just get this over with. But I'm not touching any bugs. Or cobwebs. Or dust, actually. I don't know. I didn't know if I didn't know it would backfire on me, I would do a victory dance right in front of his face. Deal. Although, the work for remodeling the cafe is as grueling as our arguments. You're going to have to give up on restocking whatever this cow chai thing is. What? No way! That's central to one of our specialties. A specialty that usually puts you in the negative because too much of it gets thrown out. The shelf life is horrid. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. That's what you said about the last drink. Be honest with me. That's all I ever care about. Uh-huh. What's he being so dramatic for? Do you even like your cold drinks? What? Of course I do. Which ones? The lemonade. Okay, fine. I like the cold drinks, but I prefer mine hot. So? At least pretend to like them when you're ordering ingredients. Half of them are subpar. They might as well not even be on the menu. Learn to compromise for the customer. And although it's for the good of the cafe, I struggle to remove old flooring and curtains. It's like I'm tearing down the memories themselves, casting them aside for a future I'm increasingly uncertain of. The more hours we spend tearing it up, the less familiar and comforting it is. I can feel Baba's magic leaking out, replaced with a cold emptiness. Hey. Mikhail sets down his mop and leans against the wall, one hand rubbing over a knee. Is he hurt? So let's, go eat. I blink at him, unsure what he means. It's almost as if... Are you inviting me to go eat? You said that was the polite thing to do. I'm, like, super polite. Besides, you know this place better than I do. I'm sure you have suggestions about what to eat. I can't help but smile at him. I didn't know he would take my advice so seriously. He's pretty earnest when he wants to be. How about I take you somewhere tomorrow? Your knee hurts, right? I'll get us food this time and bring it back. His hand quickly retreats to where it's been massaging his knee. I'm fine. I was just stretching. Huh? It's okay if it hurts, really. Do you want me to take a look at it? Take a look at it? We're being too nice to this man. No, I don't. Just drop it. Touchy subject? Okay. Let's go to the beach again. There's a burrito cart if Miss Harbor isn't there. Sure. I decide to let Mikhail's strange behavior go. It's none of my business. I order for the both of us from Mr. Henley's burrito stand, enjoying the fresh smell of avocado. He smiles as he hands me one bag with both burritos securely wrapped, giving me a friendly nod. It's nice being recognized by the residents of Linsdale, and sure makes me feel more at home, even without Baba around. But before I can open my wallet, Mikhail moves in front of me. Here. Oh my, I can't possibly take this much. Whoa, this is just like when he ordered all those drinks at Coffee Curiosities. It's all I have, just take it. But, sir, if you feel guilty, then donate it somewhere. Give out some free burritos. Haha, if you insist. Thank you. I'll see you around, Multi. It's good to have you back. I'm looking forward to the reopening. Yes, thank you. Mikhail starts off from the stand as if he didn't just drop an obscene amount of money, and I hurry after him. Sometimes I forget how rich this guy is, but then he drops in my face like a brick. Or maybe a sports car. Mikhail's the first one to sit, wincing as he goes down. It smells weird. Don't tell me you've never had a burrito. Mikhail smirks, leaning dangerously close to my face before plucking the bag of food from my hand. Hey! Don't be silly. And you say I'm judgmental. Yeah, you're right. Huh? That was nice of you, with the extra tip thing. Oh, no. No? And here I thought he'd jump at the opportunity to be called nice. Mikhail doesn't elaborate, taking out his burrito before handing me back the bag. He inspects it curiously, turning it over and taking out his phone and snapping a couple pictures of the packaging. He opens it next, taking more photos of the burrito's insides, then puts his phone away. It's simple, but the color scheme suits the beach, and the wrapping seems eco-friendly. You can tell just from looking at it? Of course not, I touched it too. Yeah, he laughed. I thought that said hey. So? Nothing. But you know, I think I get what you mean now. About the neighbors thing. Oh? It's kinda nice to see businesses want to support each other. I mean, plenty do it for mutually beneficial relationships, but it's different here. Like, it goes beyond that, I guess. Beyond the profit. Like, they care as fellow people. Yes, exactly. That's another reason I love Linsdale so much. It's okay. Just okay? Yes, only okay. I've been to better. Of course you have, rich boy. You know, money is nice, but it's not everything. Rich people aren't allowed to say that. So true, bestie. I'm just saying that all the money in the world can't fix everything. But it can fix a lot. So when you have a lot and you give some away, it doesn't mean anything. It has better uses outside your wallet. Otherwise, what's the point? So someone like me giving money away, it doesn't deserve praise. That's a level of self-awareness I never expected from Mikhail. I just wish I knew why he looked so sad about it. Even so, it was your choice, and I liked it. He starts eating his burrito without further comment, staring up at the sky. But it's so peaceful that I find myself staring up too. Girl, stop falling. Stop falling for the rich boy, please. We fall into a rhythm back at the shop, tackling everything with renewed vigor as the days and nights pass. Mikhail rolls up his sleeves and he sweats around the cafe. And maybe he actually was an athlete, because those muscles aren't from nowhere. Not that I've been looking or anything, but I do wish that I could just use my magic to help speed things up. Mikhail stops often to nurse his knee, although he thinks he's hiding it well by pretending to check his phone. I wonder if he got, injured during the sports that he was talking about. Hey, careful. Huh? Ah. Mikhail rushes to my side to pluck a nail gun away from on top of the pile of floorboards I was carrying. Oops, I didn't even notice. Jeez. Ah, thanks for that. Mikhail helps me put down my load and wipes sweat from his forehead, fanning himself for a moment. I think you should take a break. Huh? I can keep going. I just made a mistake is all. It's not only physical fatigue, it's mental. Let's just take a break. I can finish the floorboards. No way! You're the one who needs a break with your, my what? Is he really gonna pretend he's not being hypocritical? Your knee injury? It's not a big deal. I may not look it, but I'm a strong guy. I know when to stop. Besides, Mikhail's phone hums to life and he sighs, mumbling something before picking up the phone call and turning away. Hello, Father. Yes, I know. A few more weeks. I know. Yes, sir, I understand. I won't let you down. His phone beeps as he hangs up. He looks a bit stressed about that phone call. Is everything alright? Mikhail? Oh, yeah, of course. You sure you care about other people? It's not like it's, a bad thing. Am I not supposed to? I didn't say it was a terrible thing. Mikhail steps closer, inspecting my increasingly confused face. Can I help you? Doubtful. You sure belong in the service industry. What's that supposed to mean? Your face, your mannerisms. You wouldn't survive in business. You belong here. Thanks? Mikhail hums before tilting my chin up towards him. Even through the sweat, he smells like pumpkin spice and those caramel lattes he loves so much. And the magic I often add. Weird. Personal space? Oh, sorry. Midway through removing the last of the old flooring, Mikhail suggests repainting the place too. That would have been smooth if he wasn't someone that I don't like. The work is grueling and he complains about everything, but it's not terrible. I groan as I practically collapse on the bed immediately after coming home. I'm so tired, I don't know if I can keep this up. We're the only employees, so the work is slow. I don't know why Mikhail doesn't just hire people, but I guess he wouldn't really like that. I wouldn't really like that either. I wonder what Mikhail thinks of magic. I wish I didn't have to hide it. I dream of a murder of friendly crows. I thought she meant a little murder at first. A murder of friendly crows that night, and tiny golden pebbles that they keep putting in my palm. Is he the crows? Giving you money. That cat of yours stepped in something. I put down the paint roller and look over to see Mikhail cowering away from Hannibal, who swishes her tail at his feet. The trail of brownish paw prints behind her is also easy to spot. Hannibal, what are you doing over there? Well, if he doesn't notice any magic being used, then it should be fine. I make a quick enchantment on the paint roller. It's now light as air, no matter how much paint I put on it. It's the little things. Come here, Hannibal. Let me see your paws. She ignores my request for a moment, still staring up at Mikhail before whipping her head towards me. Mikhail flinches, and I try my best not to laugh. He's really getting cornered by a cat. Not that cats can't be actual little devils, but... I inspect Hannibal's paws and smell the faint scent of sage. Bad girl, you know you shouldn't be in the supply closet. I don't even want to check the damage. Hey, Mikhail? No way. But I didn't even say anything yet. I'm not checking the supply closet. You go check. Fine. Here, you keep painting then. It's a mistake. I forgot I enchanted the roller. What was supposed to be a kind handoff turns into a wet object furled in Mikhail's face. Oh. Just threw some paint at him. Okay. That was an accident. Accident? Let me just... What was the point in throwing it back? Sorry. Accident. I admit that it's a horrible decision, but it doesn't stop me from grabbing the paint bucket. Your aim is atrocious. Get back here. Not in our contract. Mikhail! Unfortunately for you, my aim is good. I'll be taking this out of our budget. We don't get much done that night and lose a lot of paint. Okay. But it feels worth it. I yawn deeply as I enter the cafe. Hello, Coffee Curiosities. It's looking more and more like a real restaurant. I peek out the door to check that Mikhail isn't here yet before casting a small spell. A small spell. Did I say that right? The mop works itself at the floor, and I hum as I start making Mikhail's favorite latte. The usual, huh? And with a sprinkle of magic, it's finished just how he likes. I throw a dollop of whipped cream on mine and mouth at it before the door chimes. I cut the cleaning spell off with a whip of my finger, and the mop leans against the table. Ugh. He massages his neck before he approaches the counter, looking over the mug, waiting for him before taking it and sipping it while he speaks. Thanks. What's up with you? Not sleep well? No. These ugly Linsdale hotel beds are so weird. Is that really all? The pillows are smaller than you're used to? I don't like sleeping in places I don't feel safe. I feel like I'll be axed or poisoned. And the room is so dark at night. He's scared of sleeping over somewhere else. Oh, well, how about asking the staff for a nightlight or something? As soon as I say it, I realize how ridiculous it sounds. A nightlight? Really? Sure. Wait, huh? I'll ask. I'm a guest. They have to accommodate me. Maybe I'll ask for better pillows or a new room, too. I'd certainly be way too embarrassed to ever do something like that. I kind of like that you go for what you want. It's honest. That's just how I was raised. But still, there's something brave about it. Maybe the nightlight, but the complaining is a little much. I'm not brave at all. If I was brave, I wouldn't do half the things I do. Like what? He looks at me for a moment before smirking and leaning his arms over the counter. What's got you so curious, huh? Falling for me? Yeah, because I'm not allowed to ask questions. Yeah, straight over a cliff. I've been skydiving, mountain climbing, and rock climbing. And yet you still can't manage to take a hike. He pouts and grabs his mug, dusting it off from the newly installed counter. If your only wit was for cafe management, and not for comebacks. Ouch. Also, is there a hidden section in here? I almost spit out my coffee that's not even in my mouth. We're gonna reveal it, or no? I yawn as I enter Coffee Curiosities, ready to call out to Hannibal until I see Mikhail has already started. Except he's behind the counter, and he's not alone. Multi! Her smiling face as she sits on the counter is as much of a distraction as Mikhail in an apron, mixing something that makes the warm scent of cinnamon float around the shop. But oh, is it welcome. Kiana, it's nice to see you. What are you doing here so early? I wanted to check up on you, but it seems you two are doing just fine. I didn't know Mikhail was learning drinks too. Me either. I'm right here. And no, not really. I just figured if we have a guest, I should give them something. That's what you said was important, right? You remembered. Yeah. Kiana takes a sip of her drink. It's missing something. I'm not surprised. You tried to write on a napkin the names of the ingredients I'm supposed to use, and it was the worst handwriting I've ever seen. Those were drawings. Be nice, be nice. Right, nice. As Mikhail goes through his internal crisis, Kiana shoots me a secret smile, and I get the message loud and clear. Let's switch, Mikhail. Can you check the door? Sure. He heads up to the door while I stealthily add a pinch of magic to Kiana's cup. Thank you. It's not awful, though, for a total newbie. He must have been watching you. There was nothing wrong with the door. And what were you two whispering about? I get to work making coffees for Mikhail, and as the unexpected conversation continues on. Whispers? Your customs are not welcome. That's right, she mixed up her words. I was like, isn't that supposed to be accusations? Huh? She meant accusations. Yes, accusations. Whatever, scoot over. Mikhail hops up on the counter next to Kiana and starts thumbing through his phone. Whatever happened to that car of yours? Did you get it fixed? No. He's been using a scooter. A scooter? That sounds fun. Only if you go really fast. I'm scared to ask. Relax. I never do anything illegal. If I want to go fast, I just buy out the street or change the speeding laws. That sounds... Don't bother. Mikhail lives in a different world than us. I hand Mikhail his mug while I finish up mine with a heavy dollop of whipped cream, taking a long sip after. Just right. I'd say I'm pretty well adjusted. He reaches over and swipes a finger over my parted lips. Huh? What? Mikhail brings the whipped cream finger to his mouth. No! Stop! Yeah. Can you add some whipped cream to mine, too? Unhinged, sir. I'm feeling a bit dry. I'll stop by again later. Before I can stop her or explain myself, Kiana is rushing out of the cafe, clumsily knocking into wood on the way out. What's her problem? I think she got the wrong idea. The wrong idea of what? You just casually do this with all girls you meet. He's helpless. The way you were touching me. Huh? The cream thing? You count that as touching? Yes, I do! Mikhail laughs and slides himself all the way around the counter until his legs are dangling towards me. He holds out his cup, and I reluctantly top it off with whipped cream. If you get flustered over something like that, you'd probably explode if I actually touched you. Huh? Oh, please. Somehow you don't strike me as the affectionate type. I think you don't know much about me at all. I know this must be some sort of bait, but it's not like I don't want to understand him better. Okay then, tell me more. What? Really? You're the one who offered. No. No? Tell me more about this shop, or that Baba person. Really? He shrugs and takes a sip of his coffee. Maybe it'll help me envision the final product better. Well, my Baba is an eccentric person. This is hard to explain without mentioning she's a witch. A totally selfish witch who ditched the shop for witchy activities. Anything else? A hazard? Pfft. Although I did spend all my summers under her care. Most of my favorite memories are with her. What's there to do in a small town? Everything. Maybe I'll show you sometime. Yeah, maybe. I'll allow it. The conversation trails off, but I don't really like how it ended. Maybe I really do want to know more. Not that I'm willing to admit that. So, whipped cream, huh? Pretty good? You never asked for any before. Yikes, that was awful. If Mikhail thinks that was awful, he doesn't seem to mind. He takes a sip of his coffee and looks me over. I used to like whipped cream on everything. I guess I kind of forgot it over time was an option. Oh, really? Do you have a sweet tooth? No, but... He hesitates and decides to take another sip of coffee instead of answering, cream smearing over his nose. I decide to pay back his favor and reach up, pointer finger stealing the cream. Except he grabs my hand, stopping me before I can pull away. I just said I like whipped cream, and you're trying to steal from me? You're the one who stole from me first. Ever heard of slander and libel? Of course I... Mikhail takes the tip of my finger... Okay. Sure. Mikhail takes the tip of my finger... Why is the thing with him so much more spicier than Kiana? I actually liked Kiana. Why couldn't we have gotten some spacey scenes of Kiana? I liked her. She She was pretty and not mean. Whatever. Mikhail takes the tip of my finger into his mouth, the heat of his tongue running up and stealing the cream right back. What? He pops my finger out and lets me go, tongue tasting his lips. Told you. Told me what? That you'd explode. Oh. No, I was just surprised. You wear your emotions on your sleeve. Yes, my surprise on my sleeve. Who eats food off people? It's not like you were a stranger. Though a colleague did try to poison me once. Huh? How can you say that so casually? Relax, I didn't drink it, someone else did. Oh my goodness, were they okay? Probably? Mikhail! What? I don't see the big deal. It's not like I was the one poisoned. And he's right back to being a dick. People would pay money to see your expressions. You would know, huh? I certainly would. Very funny. Mikhail produces his wallet and takes out a golden coin, spinning it in the air before catching it. Tell you what, I'll pay you to smile the rest of the day. I can't tell if you're daring me or just being an asshole. He pauses to consider it. Jerk. I thought about it from your perspective. Uh-huh. I guess you think I'm rubbing in my wealth? Brilliant guess. Okay, well, I'm being serious. Agree to smile the rest of the day and it's yours. You can't just buy something like that. Sure you can. Are you saying it's not worth it? That's not what I meant. I just mean, it's hard to control something like that. But you smile around that Kaka whoever person easily. Kiana. And, well, she's not a major fop. Mikhail pouts and spins the coin in the air again like a scolded child. I don't even know where to start with him. Then what makes you smile the most? Magic, but I can't tell him that. I'll just be as honest as I can. It's kind of a secret. I can't tell you. Can't or won't? Can't. It's private. What? Like it's dirty? No! Just kidding. It's fine. I guess we all have our secrets. In any case, let's get to work. Right. He drains the rest of his drink and hops off the counter, immediately groaning. Whoa, are you okay? He holds a shaky hand over his knee for a moment before straightening up. Yeah, I'm fine. Let's start. There's no way he's okay. This has gone on long enough. Mikhail. What? Be honest with me. You have a knee injury. You don't have to hide it. I'm only saying this because I want to help you. Please? I don't want to see you in pain. I want you to be in pain. Maybe a little bit, but that's okay. It's just an old sports injury. I don't like talking about it because it's embarrassing. Okay. So I was right. It was from his athletic thing. I can't have anyone pitying me or thinking less of me. I can't be weak. But no one worth anything would do that. Well, it turns out my father's pretty worthless. Oh, I didn't mean to... It's okay. I know. I know you're not that kind of person. This feels weird. Mikhail opens up to me in the strangest of ways. He's like a wild rose with thorns growing in unexpected places. Hannibal. She appears from nowhere, slipping from under the magic room to trot over and jump on the counter, then onto my shoulder, curling around my neck. Can you keep Mikhail company while I mix something to help his pain? She doesn't look amused, but neither does Mikhail. I think I'll be fine. It's okay, she doesn't hate you. Anymore. Hannibal purrs and slips off my shoulder and onto Mikhail, who tenses up. Just be nice to her, you'll be okay. I leave them behind the counter and wait for Hannibal to fully distract him, tail smacking against his face, before slipping away to the magic room. I haven't been able to come back here often with Mikhail around, but standing amongst the smell of mugwort, sugars, and birchwood is a welcome change from the dust and paint. Oh, Baba. I happily hum as I gather ingredients for Baba's homemade rejuvenation recipe. I pluck raven's root from atop a shelf, crushing it gently in my palm, while I rotate my freehand's wrist to cast a small dancing spell. The room comes alive. The jars full of various colors don't move, but the ingredients inside them do. The ones I need are eager to hop out and twirl themselves on the table. Enchanted salt, crystal honey, half a mermaid scale. I take a mug, usually reserved for magic customers, and drop the crushed raven's root inside. Come on, darlings, let's all dance together. The ingredients can't sing, but I still feel their cheer as they hop into the awaiting cup and mix themselves. I still think Baba uses the dancing spell for kid entertainment, but it's important to me. With a swish of my hand, I add the final ingredient. Another pinch of magic. A well-wish for Mikhail's health. Now, all I need is hot water. I peek outside the hidden door to see Mikhail has his back turned with Hannibal still around him. Maybe I'll sneak up on him. Careful to avoid the hazards of the new floor, I tiptoed towards Mikhail with the mug in hand. My mom used to like cats, but I don't see the appeal. Not that I was allowed to have any after she passed. He's talking to Hannibal? You're taking this renovation rather well. Isn't it weird for your home to be changed? Oops, I don't want him to think I'm eavesdropping. I yawned loudly and strolled up to the counter, enchanted mug in hand. Mikhail eyes it suspiciously, but I thrust it into his hand before turning to the electric water boiler. What's in here exactly? Is it on the menu? Family secret, sorry. How much to know? Everything you've ever owned and will ever own. Better be worth it. Oh, shush. Now here, be still. You don't need to stir this, so just sip. He holds out the mug warily as I carefully pour the hot water inside the cup. Careful. Sure smells weird. Good, right? He blows at it, and I can't help but grin and stare, excited for him to have a taste of one of my favorite potions. Mikhail takes a large sip from the cup. He continues taking sips, face scrunching, then relaxing, then repeating. It tastes different each time I take a sip. Are you sure I shouldn't be mixing it? Even if you do, that part won't change. And whatever's in here won't stop swirling, like it's dancing. Is that why you said not to mix it? Be right back. Sorry about that. We might have to end a little bit early, but hopefully we'll get through a little more at least. And whatever's in here, okay, we already read that. Yep, you'll interrupt their dance. That's ridiculous. The way he watches the dance in the cup reminds me of when I was a kid seeing it for the first time. I really can't do without magic after all, can I? Mikhail has good ideas and even better compromises. Soon enough, it's even fun again. Baba would love what we're doing with the place. Before I know it, 2 weeks have passed, and the things that infuriate me about Mikhail become less and less. I'm not sure if I'm the one changing, or if it's him. Probably a bit of both. Oh, damn. It's already dark outside. I didn't even notice. I readjust the new curtains before peering over the shop, so she did change them. Everything is really coming together. I can hardly believe it. The new floors and wall repaint look beautiful. I hate to admit that Mikhail was right about them. Even the new menu still keeps its sense of coziness that I know everyone will love. It's perfect. We should probably go home now, huh? Part of me doesn't want to. This shop, my shop, is starting to feel like a second home again. We don't have to. Huh? We've been working non-stop. We don't have to go home yet, but we should at least sit and rest. And here I thought you'd say that's inefficient. I won't bill you for it. So business guy Mikhail is offering up free labor? It won't be free. It costs 1 latte. Sure thing. Although, since this isn't work, you can call me Misha. Misha. Misha? If you want to. Just you, though. It's in private. Okay, I get it. Misha. I quickly make his drink, but I'm feeling nice and add extra whipped cream on top. Here you go. Hannibal has decided to creep into Mikhail's lap and take a nap there. I guess she's warmed up to you too, huh? She still kind of freaks me out, though. Feels like she's staring at me sometimes. Like she's thinking. She probably is. She's a smart cat. Wonder if he likes cats, based on what he said before. So, what are you thinking about? That pets are such an obvious money sink, but Yeah? I guess it's worth it? Otherwise the industry wouldn't be booming like this. Not everything has to turn a profit. People just like cats. It's certainly turning a profit for someone, not just pet owners. Just not pet owners. So, what do you think? You think Hannibal's worth it? Hannibal is soft. I bet she'd make a great therapy animal. Close enough. You know, I thought about what you said. I like how you're honest with me, too. Oh, wow, not that there's much wrong with me to comment on, but it still gets annoying when people aren't upfront. Huh? Are you gonna tell me why you're laughing? No, it's just, you know. No what? You know, you're like... cute. Whatever. I'm going home. Good night. Oh my god. So juvenile. Well then. I never figured out what Mikhail was saying before he ran off, but it's fine. I go to bed that night dreaming of cats and whipped cream. I'm truthful, huh? I bet he says this. I bet he says that because he doesn't know how scared I am. You're getting better at making drinks. You have a real talent for it. Mikhail stops sipping his latte and glances over at me. A talent? Yes, you'd be an excellent mixer here. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Yes, you'd be an excellent mixer here. You want me to stay? Oh, I guess you wouldn't, huh? This is just a small-town project for you. That's not what I asked. Yes, I would. I'd love if you stayed full-time, actually. I think you'd fit in here, as odd as it be. In any case, the offer's open, Misha. It's not like I hate this. The problem is my father. I'm supposed to inherit the company. Wait, inherit? The whole company? You could even say it's the reason I was born. I'd be good at it. I know everything already. But do you want to? You got me. I really don't. Misha, thank you. I should be honest too. What is it? This is gonna be a little hard, but if he really wants to work here, he's gonna have to know a little something of our customers. And me. I trust him. It'll be okay. I take a deep breath and open my palm towards him. You are right to be suspicious of this place. There is a hidden room. What? Where? I beckon him forward and put my hand over his eyes. You can't see it because it's magic. My hand flashes a pink light and I draw it away, watching Mikhail blink before his eyes widen. What is this? The menus are glowing, and there's a door over there. Magic. You've been using magic this whole time? I'm sure you can understand why I hid it from you. There's a hidden menu and a hidden room for magic using guests. A whole hidden menu, too. Yes, I add a pinch of magic to some of the drinks. So that's why. Why what? That's why the latte tasted like that. Like my mother's. Magic. Oh my god, he's part magic. You poisoned me. Enchanted me. Huh? Mikhail, no, it's not like that. It's like any other ingredient. Everything's been weird since I came in here, and now I know why. I can't believe you'd think I'm doing something evil just because of magic. You're a witch. So much for being logical. I don't know what I expected from a fop. Well, I don't either. The reason I'm here is because I needed to show my father I can do things on my own. As if I actually cared about. He left. Wow. I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Mikhail doesn't return for the rest of the day, and I don't know if he's coming back at all. But maybe it's for the best, because that really hurt. I didn't think he'd react like that. I thought he understood me. Baba was right. This is why you don't get involved with the rich boy. It's been almost a whole day since Mikhail ran away, and yet I keep checking that door. I guess I haven't given up on him yet. Yeah, I know. Yes, I know what you want. A snack, huh? Let's find something for you. Hannibal follows me inside the secret section as I make her favorite magic snack of floating catnip pretzels. I'm sorry if it tastes bad. My heart isn't in it, so the magic might be off. Hannibal accepts my disclaimer as I cast a spell on the jar of catnip, Instead of dancing, it floats and changes shape to become stringy enough for me to fold into various shapes. What was I supposed to add here? Ow. Mikhail? How'd you get in here? I memorized the entrance from before where I could see it, and I read about entering hidden places with no barrier. Read? Mikhail gets off the floor and dusts himself off. He peers around the shop before his eyes land on Hannibal, who's swatting at the floating catnip. Real magic. Yes, my magic. Why are you here? I wanted to apologize. You're really here to apologize? I am. Thank you. That means a lot to me. The things I said, I didn't mean them. You know, I'm not used to apologizing. I bet. I don't mind apologizing if I'm wrong, though. And I was wrong. And I'm sorry. Thank you. Mikhail walks over to me and sits calmly down. Show me more, please. Magic? Yes. If I'm going to seriously consider staying here, with you, I want to know more. About the shop, about magic, about you. I'd love to. You know, a couple of days' work and we'll be able to open for real. I'm a fast learner. Probably the best you're going to meet. So obnoxious, Misha. Can't you just consider it charming? I certainly don't want to feed your ego. Why not? Why not? Mikhail pouts and directs his attention to the floating catnip. Show me. Please. The grin and fluttering in my heart doesn't stop as I mold the pretzel for Hannibal. And I think she'll be thrilled to taste the best one I've ever made. You're good at this. You can't tell. You're a total newbie. I can. I'm a genius. You're good at this. You look... I glanced over at Mikhail, staring directly at me instead of my hands. Look? Beautiful, Multi. I nearly lose all my concentration, but Hannibal swipes the pretzel before it hits the floor. Why are you teasing me? I was trying to focus. I'm not teasing you. He scoots closer and cups the underside of my open palms. More. I don't know why he looks at me so intensely, but I don't hate it. Well, there's a lot more than making catnip to cram into a couple of days. Yeah? Yes, the drinks. Mm-hmm. And sometimes the cheesecake. Yeah. And the cleaning. Multi, these new chairs are so comfortable. Everything looks amazing. I'm so glad to hear that. This coffee was already delicious, but you've really outdone yourself with a new presentation. It's so cute. I love the swirls. I'm so glad you like it. Dear, another one of these cheesecakes, please. I'll add it to your tab. One moment. Take your time. I rush around the bustling cafe, completely overwhelmed with both the praise and never-ending orders. If only Baba could see me now. It's hard to believe it's all even happening. Is this success? Am I happy? Multi. Kiana! What's wrong? You came. I'm just so happy to see you here. She giggles and awkwardly embraces me, squeezing me once before letting me go. There's no free tables, but I don't mind waiting. Everything looks so beautiful. Yes, beautiful. But, where's Mikhail? Is he in the back? He said he'll be late because he had something important to do. But it's your opening day. That's too cruel. It's okay, he'll come back. I trust him. She pouts, but I squeeze her hand and flash her my best reassuring smile. Here, it's okay that there's no free tables. I quickly lead her to a free seat among a table of two, giving them a wave. Hey, you two. You don't mind if my friend joins you for a bit, do you? Of course not. You sit right next to me, young lady. We're learning mahjong. Mahjong. Is that like ping pong? They laugh as Mr. Henley pats the seat next to him. Kiana dutifully sits. So the first thing first, my new friend. What do you think ping pong is? All sorts of magic buzz around cafe curiosities as I get back to work, preparing drinks and snacks and cleaning up spills. It's the magic of work, of fun, of laughter, of togetherness and Linsdale with hot coffee on the tongue. And nothing could make me happier in this moment. Except, maybe... Oh. Pause. We're gonna just speed through this a little bit, but I think we can get there. And nothing could make me happier in this moment. Maybe. Except... Hello, coffee curiosities. The laughter and gleeful talk dies to a murmur as heads turn towards the entrance, including mine. Mikhail? I'm about to call out to him, maybe tease him for copying my habit of greeting the shop, before he turns his head towards me and winks. Mikhail spins back towards the entrance and dramatically bows at the waist, holding out his hand for the guest behind him. I'm not a fragile doll, you know. Of course not. Maybe a fragile action figure. Haha, that's more like it. Mikhail leads Baba inside to the excited cheering of all the patrons. It's not what I expected at all. All the anxiety I felt melt away as I nearly run over to embrace her. Baba! She hugs me back, squeezing me with a hearty laugh before pulling away and slapping my shoulders. Look what you've done to the place. Do you? I love it. Relief fills my lungs as Baba takes in the sights around her, her grin getting wider and wider. Hannibal scurries up her legs and wraps around her shoulders, her purrs loud and rumbling. I missed you too. Hey, old bag. Mikhail! Don't you have something to say to her? She pinches his cheek and Mikhail groans, ripping his face away to rub. Yes, I'm sorry, Multi, and I'm happy for you. Your cafe is wonderful. Baba. You two can get boring later. Come on, Multi. Huh? Mikhail flashes a smile and reaches his arms around my waist. What? Hey, what do you think you're doing? Relax. His lips stop a breath away from mine, before I realize he's simply untying my apron. He hands it to Baba instead, then gently takes my hand. Come on, hurry. But the cafe! I got it. Just an hour, right? That's the deal. Deal? What deal? No one answers my question before Mikhail drags me outside and far away from the shop, not once looking in my direction. I gasp for breath as Mikhail finally stops. Could this really not wait? Is there something here at the beach? No. No? I just wanted to be here. It relaxes me. Okay? Mikhail stalls, his eyes surveying the beach and its gentle waves for a while until he's smiling at the horizon. He turns back to me and slowly reaches a hand up to cut my cheek. Hi? She's so awkward. Remember how you said that you liked that I go for what I want? Yes? How could I forget? That was embarrassing. Well, I'm doing that now. Mikhail, what are you saying? His thumb brushes over my bottom lip, and I find that it's a bit hard to breathe. I'm not going back home. Really? But the inheritance? I gave it up. I want to stay here at the cafe, with you. Okay, idiot, you should have gotten the inheritance, and then been with me, because then we could be rich together, but whatever. Misha, are you sure? He laughs at that before slowly leaning in, the smell of fresh sea salt and caramel lingering between us. And I don't stop him. I don't stop Mikhail from leaning in to kiss me. Except he doesn't. He kisses the finger separating us. You're smiling. Idiot, so are you. And it doesn't cost anything. I burst out laughing, and Mikhail quickly follows suit. No, it didn't. But that's why I wanted to stay. I can't think of anything more valuable. Is that so? Last chance to back out. I lean into his touch and let his thumb caress my cheek. I think I'm okay with this arrangement. Then, let's seal the deal this weekend on our lunch break. Deal. The success of the cafe keeps us busy, so busy that the days blend together. The weekend pops up suddenly, with Mikhail leading us to the beach for our promised lunch break. Or date. I'm not sure. All I know is I'm excited and Hannibal is crashing, skipping right along behind us. She really said, you're not going by yourselves. Got the sandwiches. I didn't know there were so many ways to slice bread. That Henley guy's amazing. Something you didn't know about. Food. Impressive. Mikhail sits down and sets the sandwiches aside, grinning while Hannibal snuggles into his lap. Yeah, well, turns out there's fun to be had in the little things. Hey, Multi? He reaches towards my cheek just like last time, but it's different. There's something even more tender about the way he looks at me. Like I'm the only thing he can see, even across the expanse of the ocean beside us. What is it? Did you cast a spell on me? Cringe. What? No. I would never do something like... I trail off as Mikhail's quiet smile doesn't waver. My father thought my mom was a witch, you know. She did some questionable things, sure, but her greatest magic was always how much he loved her. I resented her for a while. I was scared that if she really was magical, I ended up magical, that I'd tarnish the family name. You were scared. Yeah, but I get it now. Magic, I mean. Because I showed you mine? No. Because you showed me yourself. There's nothing more terrifying than giving up my entire life for something as unprofitable as love. I'm not sure if you're insulting me or confessing. How about I kiss you to find out? I wouldn't be against that. There's no finger in between our lips this time. Mikhail leans in and kisses me, gently, softly, as lulling as the ocean waves that can't match the sound of our mingling breaths. And he doesn't stop. His lips taste like caramel and orange peel, and I don't know what to do with the heat building in my chest. I like you. I don't. Why? Said in the cafe where everyone can hear you. You're so obnoxious. You love it. Maybe I do. See, he got a little better towards the end, but I still don't like him very much. He leans in and kisses me again. If we're a little late opening back up the cafe, well, I don't think anyone complains. Like, he's got Riz, but his personality's still obnoxious. Love is really like a pinch of magic. Haha, end credits. Alright, I gotta get going, so I'm gonna end this intro real quick, or this outro really quick. We will see you guys on Sunday, because we're gonna be doing Roblox on laptop. So, thank you for watching, and we will see you guys then. Goodbye.